Hello and welcome. Yes, this is an hour late. Something came up. Um, I needed to help my twin sister with something, and by the time I got home, it was 12 o'clock. I still had to eat lunch. So I was like, I'll just be late. But I really did want to stream. Hi, James. So we are playing World of Warcraft Cataclysm Classic. It's basically a chance to replay. They started re-releasing previous versions of the game, and the Vanilla Classic is still available. They've already, of course, released Burning Crusade Classic and Wrath of the Lich King Classic, but neither of those are available anymore. You're stuck. I was a little disappointed when I realized that that would be the case. But anyway, I am playing a Worgen Hunter because if I had had the option when I first started playing World of Warcraft, I would have rolled a Worgen. But when I first started playing World of Warcraft, I only had the trial version of the game, which only let you play up to level 20, and you only had the starting races available to you. One of them is human, which that was my first character, was a human hunter named Justana. And I wanted to create, I wanted to pick a different name for my Worgen Hunter. Yes, thank you, better late than never. But it wasn't available, so I tried Justana and it worked. And I'm like, okay, I guess she's Justana here. So let's go ahead and load. I remembered after last week's stream that, it's not a good idea to have other players' character names available or the chat, so I took measures to hide that on the stream. I know some streamers block the chat and stuff like that, so I'm like, I need to be better about that. So we are still in Gilneas, we're still in the starting zone, and the starting zones for Worgen and Goblins are a bit long, but it does establish what's going on for each of the races up to Cata, and explains why they aren't really playable until Cata. Basically, Worgen have been the leader of the Gilneans, Gen Greymane, built a wall to keep everybody else out and all the Gilneans in. And this character, the hunter, she's actually the twin sister of my human hunter, which is why naming her Justana is a little funny. And she snuck aboard a ship bound for Gilneas when she was little, and wasn't found until she got to Gilneas, and by then the wall was up and Gilneas had closed her borders to everyone, so Justana's twin sister was stuck in Gilneas, and that's why she ended up a Worgen. I have all kinds of, I have a whole family tree of OCs, but a couple different families, to be honest. Oh yeah, we're preparing to evacuate Duskhaven, which is where we are now. So basically, these are three different people we need to talk to convince them to basically tell them, it's time to evacuate. We must leave. We can't stay. So it doesn't matter what order you do them. You have to do all of them, and then whichever one you do last, they will send you back to Gwen. So let's go to Lorna Crowley. And I picked up leatherworking and skinning on Justana. I just haven't had a chance to actually skin, because the one time I did kill something in order to skin it, I didn't have a skinning knife. So I have claws. Thank you for dropping in anyway, James. Okay, so these yellow dots represent foxes, which you can, you kill them and loot them, and then you can skin them.
Make it quick.
So it's Lorna again. We encountered her briefly before we turned into the Worgen. The Carly Orchard. Stay back! Don't make me... Is it you? By the light! It's you, Justana! Oh, I forgot to actually read the text for the quests. I just picked them up. Which is what I do most of the time. It's a very bad habit. The hungry Etten. Listen, Jasana, we're not going to make it very far without transportation, are we? If we just hightail it out of here, the Forsaken will catch up to us in no time at all. Rounding up some horses from the stable grounds at Hafitsa here would normally be a breeze, but there's one snag. That last quake must have spooked Koroth, the Etten, down from the mountains. If we don't get our horses soon, I fear that he will. Bring 5 mountain horses to Lorna Crowley at the Crowley Orchard. So let's read these other 2 before I forget. The Hayward brothers. Speak to Sebastian Hayward at the Hayward Fishery. The Hayward Fishery can be found far to the south. The Hayward brothers have been running it for years. They don't make it to town very often, except to trade their fish. Send word to them that the evacuation is underway. And Grandma Wall. Find Grandma Wall at the Wall Cottage. It's not going to be easy to get Grandma Wall to come with us. You must do whatever you can to convince her, though. You'll find her at the Wall Cottage. Please, Josiah, do not lose your patience with her. Her mind is old and she's not entirely lucid. Oh, I do have my doggy with me. Okay. So the one annoyance with playing Hunter and Kata is that if enemies get into melee with you, you can't shoot them. See? There we go. That was skinning. So normally skinning actually has a bit of a cast time, but as a Worgen I can skin faster and I just have a higher skinning skill. And there's also a passive benefit from skinning, as well as from herbalism or mining. So there is a so whatever gathering profession you pick, you do get a benefit from it besides gathering materials. So for mining, I believe it oh right, I have to jump on him. For mining, it increases your stamina, so it's good for like paladin or warrior or any tank class really. So that's 3. I think that's 2 that I grabbed. I'm out at 3rd. I need 5. So there's the Etten, Koroth. Don't want to aggro him. Don't want to catch his attention. For herbalism, it increases your haste, which means you can cast spells faster. And for skinning, I believe it increases your critical strike chance, which means basically in D&D terms, it increases the chance of you rolling a nat 20, basically.
Make it quick.
We've got the horses. I'll make sure Duskhaven gets them. So these are cloth gloves. So they're actually not as good as the gloves I'm wearing. And this is mail belt, which I can't wear because I can only wear leather armor. But generally speaking, mail armor is going to sell for more. So I'll pick that as my reward. Okay, so on to the next one. So that's Grandma Wall, the Hayward brothers. Let's go down there. Okay. I don't need a dagger. That's not an increase. Oh. Oh, this is better. Forgot to switch that. Okay. Yeah. The name of the item is an indicator of what kind of quality it is. Gray means it's kind of crap. White is normal. Green is better. Blue is even better, and then purple is like the best. It's like epic. And then there's also orange quality, which are legendary items, which are very hard to get. I think I've only gotten a cloak, really, and that was because any class could do it. Some legendary items only certain classes can get them, and usually you need the help of a guild. My brothers and I can reach Northern Guildmaze by boat in a matter of days, as soon as we finish the repairs, that is. You here to give us a hand? Okay, not quite shipshape. Evacuation, you say? Well, we had that very same idea all on our own after these Forsakens started showing up. We were thinking the water would be the safest way out of here. Unfortunately, our boats didn't come out from the last earthquake unscathed. I need some additional supplies to finish my repairs. Wood, tar, and my tools. Get them for me so that my brothers and I can make it out of here. Obtain planks of wood, coal, tar, and shipwright's tools.
Have a good one.
Washed up.
See you later.
Those Forsaken ships sank way too close to our fishery. All the survivors are making their way here, and as you can see, we're a bit outnumbered. Help us hold them back while I finish making repairs to the boats. Kill 6 Forsaken castaways. You'll be able to choose one of these rewards. So, boatwork boots, which are cloth, and as you can see, they're not as good as the boots I'm wearing. And a belt, which I don't have a belt yet, so that will be the reward that I pick. So, I could go after the guys that are attacking the Haywards, or I could go after the guys that are blocking, that are by the items I need to retrieve to help with repairs. Now, excuse you, you weren't supposed to attack my dog. Hey, attack my dog. Thank you. So, something that they changed in later expansions, if your pet manages to kill an enemy without you getting a hit in, you can't loot them. And for something like this, it wouldn't count as your kill if only your pet hurt them. But that's not something I need to worry about at this point. It takes more than a few hits to actually finish these guys off at the level, given our relative levels. One nice thing about FF14 that I like, especially with their expansions, is if you're not high enough for a level, for a zone, you can't actually go into the zone because you need to actually get through the story quests that will unlock the zone. So until you unlock the zone, you can't go to it, and you can't unlock the zone unless you're at a comparable level for it. But if you are, if you start another job and you're, oh, I forgot to loot that guy. If you start a different job and you go to the zone at a much lower level, then you still have to be careful. I was doing a dungeon, I forget which one it was, and someone was like, turn your pet's growl up, and I'm like, what the heck does that mean? But I didn't even think to ask them about it, but I did talk to another player who was playing a hunter, and he explained what they meant, and basically it's the pet's taunt, and in dungeons you want to turn that off, because the tank is the one who's supposed to be drawing aggro, and I forgot to read that. But basically it was like, well done, thank you, we will skedaddle on out of here on our own, thanks. By boat. But yeah, actually that player who logged in while I was streaming last week, he's the one with the hunter that, he gave me some really good pointers, and you unlock specializations, I think at level 30, and so I already know which one I'm going to go with. It's not the one I would prefer to, but it's the one that has an interrupt, and it's the only one of the hunter specializations that can do that in Cata. So if I want to be able to interrupt, and there are times when it comes in really handy, then I need to play that specialization. But you can eventually unlock 2 specializations.
I got a bad feeling.
Grandma Wall, a visitor. Are you staying for tea, sweetheart?
Good day.
Leave? Now? Oh, Grandma's lost it all right. Well, if I must, then I must. But will you be a sweetheart and find something for me? I've lost my favorite book and won't leave without it. After you explain the gravity of the situation, Grandma Wall shakes her head condescendingly. You're just fine find the book, will you? Find the linen wrapped book.
Farewell.
I'm trying to remember where it was. Okay, it's that way. Oh, I see it. But you can see there's Forsaken. So, Cata was the first expansion where hunters start out with a pet. Before that, hunters had to actually tame their pet. So, as you can see, obviously, Worgen start with, they're supposed to be mastiffs, but mastiffs, they look more like a bulldog, to be honest. Humans start with wolves. Night owls start with white tigers, I think. Some kind of cat. I can't remember what now. And so on.
What's your story?
How goes it, dear? Will you be staying for tea?
Watch your back.
Why, thank you, just thought. I hope you didn't peek. Where are your manners, dear? Oh, wait. Hang on.
That's enough gabbing for me today.
This book appears to be a racy romance novel. The cover reveals a pastoral scene involving a muscular blonde man and a young woman wearing a tight bodice. A bodice ripper.
Farewell. Long live Grey.
I can't wear this. What was it you wanted again? Oh, right, the evacuation orders. Well, I can't be expected to go out in public like this, can I? Go get me my good clothes. They're on the clothesline right outside. I struggle in vain to convince Grandma Wall that what she's wearing will do. You young people truly have no manners. Were you raised by ogres? Now go get my clothes, sweetie.
Good day.
But yeah, you notice how this guy is focusing on my pet. That's because of this. No, not this. This growl. Your pet growls at the target, generating threat and increasing the likelihood the target will attack it. Like in FF14, you have tank stats to help you generate threat, and there's various skills that warriors and paladins and dark knights can use to generate threat. Oh, and later on, demon hunters, but they won't be released until Legion, which they're available in retail, but not in Classic.
What can I do for you?
Did you find everything okay, dear?
Keep your chin up.
You're a
eh?
peach, Justana. Thanks.
Farewell.
Right, Grandma's cat. About the evacuation, dear. I just cannot leave without my cat. He's an adorable orange tabby. Chance's favorite spot to play is a broken-down cart near an arbor northeast of here. Bring him here and we'll be on our way. Retrieve Chance the cat. I mean, I love cats, so far be it from me to tell you you
That's
can't
enough
bring
gabbing
your
for
cat.
me today.
I mean, my first FF14 character was a Mikote, which is basically a cat woman. If I could have, if female Hrothgar were available, I would have picked that. But they're not going to be available until Dawn Trail is released, which is next month. Pretty kitty. Oh my gosh, it looks like a little orange tiger. Oh. Hey, I'll be taking this cat. It seems to work as a perfect bait. Prepare to die now, fool. Lucius the Cruel. You do not mess with my kitty, you son of a mongrel! Wait a minute. She's a Worgen? Chat's the cat. A little shaken, but in good shape, all things considered. Yeah, this is why I saved Grandma Wall for last. For that big reveal. And she's human again. What?
Get gabbing or get
You're
going.
such a charming young lady, Justana.
Keep your chin up.
There
eh?
he is, Grandma's special boy. Thank you so much for finding him. I hope it wasn't too much trouble. My, what manner of dirt found its way underneath my fingernails? Does she not even realize that she turned into a
Good
Worgen?
day.
And another level up. Level 9. I was level 7 when I logged in. I suppose now is as good a time to leave as any. Oh, ready to go. I have my best outfit, my favorite book, and my loving cat. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. It's all that mare of yours, and I'll be on my way. I suppose I'll see you in town with the others. Speak to Gwen Armstead in Duskhaven. Off we go. We'll just follow the path here. Do. But yeah, I was definitely ready for lunch when I got home. Felt so much better once I had it. Of course, we were doing a lot. We were moving stuff around and stuff, so... Oh. Dang it, this isn't like FF14 where the gates automatically open. Not much of a gate if you could just walk around like that. Never noticed that before. Huh. Peace, boom. So yeah, Cataclysm Classic has officially released. It's official. This isn't the pre-patch anymore. It is the actual Cata expansion, which means that that if you are if you are doing quests in the Outland zones or Northrend zones, then you will actually get more XP than you were getting when during at least Wrath of the Lich King. Which I'm like, maybe I should have waited for that, because I do have characters that are high enough for those zones. Yeah.
Ain't you a chipper looking one?
Muscle is sore. Like I said, we're moving a lot of stuff. It really is good to see you again, Justana, fur and all. Ready to go.
Watch your back.
You did the impossible, Justana. You convinced Grandma Wall to leave her home. You are something else, let me tell you. I don't know if that's different depending on if you do the Hayward Brothers or Crowley House last.
Good day.
To Greymane Manor. It's time for everyone to head to safety. That includes you, Justana. Head to Greymane Manor. The others will be there shortly. Don't worry about me. I'll make sure that everyone makes it out of here in one piece. Yes, even the few ferals we have in the pens. Once you get there, speak to Queen Greymane about the gravity of the situation. Speak to Queen Mia Greymane inside Greymane Manor.
Long live Greymane.
I think this is... I don't know if there are any other races who have a married couple leading besides Tyrande and Malfurion for the Night Elves. And for a long time, Malfurion was asleep in the Emerald Dream. So it's just Tyrande leading the Night Elves. But Varian's wife is Varian, who's leading the humans. His wife is dead. Thrall, who's leading the orcs, wasn't married. He did eventually get married. The dwarves, well, it's a trio of leaders, and one of them she has a son, but I don't know what happened to the son's father. For the gnomes, they have a leader, but there's no indication if he has a wife or a husband or anything. Yeah. So I think this is the first time there's a leader who actually is married and apparently has a good relationship with their spouse. And is basically co-leading with their spouse. Duskhaven Villager.
What can I do for you?
What's your story?
What's your story? I got a bad feeling.
That's one of the cool things about FF14 is the NPCs, especially the ones that you spend a lot of time with, usually have some sort of commentary on what's going on.
I got a bad feeling.
Okay, in we go. And there's even more. Oh, I hadn't noticed this before. I never really wandered around. Injured villagers. These are basically their death poses. That's not comforting. Books, 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 books. Who's that supposed to be?
What can I do for you?
Princess Tess Greymane. And Queen Mia Greymane.
I got a bad feeling.
Justana, I've heard much about you. I understand you were crucial in my family's survival during the outbreak in Gilnea's city.
Farewell.
50 quests completed. You ought to speak to Gen, the King's Observatory. You ought to speak to Gen. He's been locked up in his observatory ever since this ordeal started. I'm sure he's working on a plan for his people. He's a very stubborn individual. Speak to King Gen Greymane in the observatory inside Greymane Manor.
Keep your chin up, eh?
Okay. Up we go. Up. So it didn't matter which side of stairs I went up. They both would have led me up here. Ooh, what's going on over here? Ooh. The weather is very fitting for something based on Victorian England. I can sit. Whoa, hold on. There's more Forsaken ships and an airship. That's a Horde airship. Well, no wonder it's dangerous to approach Gilneas from the sea. Look at those rocks! But... Oh, dear. Oh, wait, it's the same. I just went in a full circle. Haha! Around and around we go. King Gen Greymane. This sword you can get similar sword as a quest reward eventually. King's Observatory. There you are, Justana. I've been expecting you. I got word of your recovery and... Wait, do you feel that? Look, Justana. Alas, Gilneas. Look at what's become of Duskhaven. Look at what's become of the last safe place in Gilneas. Oh. And there are the Forsaken ships that I spotted. Well, butts. Exodus. We have no choice, Justana. We must move further inland. I don't like it one bit, but we're vulnerable here. Return to the stables below the manor. Let's get everybody on carriages and send them eastbound. Pray it's not too late. Board a carriage below Greymane Manor. Yeah, I had a friend who was playing the game long before I did, and she'd never played a Worgen before, so we played 2 Worgen together, and she, of course, was taking time to read the quest text and everything, and I'm just like running off to do everything without her. Because I played through it before, but I don't think I ever took time to actually read the quest. I just was like, okay, next quest, what am I doing? Okay. But I wasn't taking in the story reasons for the various quests.
Ain't you a chipper-looking one?
Oh, I don't even get flavor text? Generic voice line? Huh. Okay. Look at all these packages. Luggage. Okay, down we go. These are carriages. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I have no control over it. It automatically sets off. Oh, I was pressing the button for the map, but I wasn't. So we're heading this way. I think I remember what's over here. Maybe it's over here. King's Gate. So I don't know if we're gonna finish the zone. Look out! We're under attack! Ogres. Ogre ambushers. Stagecoach crash site. Oh, hi Liam. You're looking much more put together. Thanks for stopping, Jason. Our carriage got hit pretty bad. The one in front of us got it worse. Stranded at the marsh. The ogres got two of our stagecoaches, this one and the one that fell into the marsh, just north of here. I want you to head there and rescue any survivors while we hatch up a plan to deal with these ogres. Rescue 5 crash survivors at the Hillwood Marsh. And these nose bracers have the green name to them, which means they're a better quality overall than what I'm currently wearing. And same with the chest piece, which of course I cannot wear because it requires you to be able to wear mail armor, which I can't yet. Okay, so there's the carriage that fell into the swamp, and they're being attacked by crocodiles, which are basically crocodiles. Time to run! Ooh, life leather, said Leather Crops. Focus on my dog. Okay, that's 2. Arr. Arr. There's also, I think there's herbs to pick in here. Could be wrong. Yeah, there we go. There's some peach bloom right there. Let's get out of this marsh! Oh, and I see some ore as well. So the level of the creature that you're skinning will dictate what level of skinning you need to have in order to skin them. If you're too low a level, you can't skin them. As well as not having a skinning knife, which I think is kind of silly for a Worgen because we have built-in skinning knives on the ends of our fingers. Bill, yeah, that's the same flavor text he's had for a while now. You've done it again, Jasana. You have my thanks. Paramedic bracers. Introductions are in order. The Forsaken are right on our heels, and now these ogres are trying to flank us, Jasana. The servants of the Etten Koroth, the meanest, most destructive force in all of Gilneas. If we can bait Koroth into charging the Forsaken's forward force, we should be able to cover our retreat and buy some time. The only way this can work is if we make Koroth furious. It won't be enough to just kill his minions. We need to swipe his most prized possession, a tiger skin banner. Kill 4 ogre minions and obtain Koroth's banner and Koroth's den. And I need to sell some stuff when I get a chance. Oh. Koroth's den. Okay. Attack! It's real fun doing this when other players are leveling Worgen. Because usually you can get to Koroth's den without a problem, but killing enough minions is a bit of a pain. Let's go this way. Yeah, there's a banner. There are melee attacks available. Well, I don't know if they're available yet, but eventually you're able to use melee attacks. But the point of being a hunter is to attack from a distance. So the melee attacks, the point of them is to give you room to get out of melee range so you can shoot them, whether you have a bow, a crossbow, or a rifle. That's the Etten, so now he's chasing us. Ah! There's some ore. Can't help noticing it. See some more ore. And there's another minion. He's respawned. I think I can go down this way so I don't get his attention. It's like, hurts a little bit, but better than acroing the minion too. Here you go. Koroth's banner, a ragged, filthy tiger skin banner. How did it go, Justana? You definitely got the Etten angry, Justana. I heard him myself. Let's hope this works. I forgot what he said. Worthless mongrel, I will order our outhouses cleaned with this rag you call a banner. There's Koroth. Corpsemen take Koroth's banner. Corpsemen get smashed to bits. Look at the size of that spear he's carrying. There we go.
For my people.
Stormglen. Our carriage drivers were told to regroup in the fishing town of Stormglen. Our scouts report there might be shelter and supplies to be found there. Meet Gwen Armstead there. She'll be in charge of taking care of our people. Speak to Gwen Armstead in Stormglen. Off we go. This is a bit like having the sprint in FF14, but only Worgen gets this ability. I accidentally, first time, went off the path and went down into here. I couldn't figure out how to get to where I needed to go, so I got a little lost. It's not a surprise. It does tend to happen with me. But of course, now that I've played through it before, I don't tend to get lost, but sometimes I do. Okie dokies, okie dokies. Fashion trainer, banker.
How may I help you?
Let's see. Here. Have some cloth. Have some pants. I don't care about those. Have a tunic. I like to keep the starting gear from Gilneas because it's so good. It looks so nice. Orange blanket. I didn't switch out my blanket.
The only honest merchant's a Gilnean merchant.
The only honest merchant's a Gilnean merchant. Mage trainer. Can't train with
Any
you.
friend of Greymane is a friend of mine.
I need the hunter trainer. Duskhaven survivor. Profession trainer. More just survivors. Warrior trainer. There you are, hunter. Huntsman Blake. Rogue trainer.
Any friend of Greymane.
You seek further training. Concussive shot. Raptor strike. Parry.
Keep your chin up, eh?
Okay. Apparition increases your resistance to harmful nature and shadow effects by 7. Fast track. Experience gained from killing monsters and completing quests increased by 10%. That's from... I'm not in a guild. Armor skills. Hunters can wear cloth and leather armor at level 40. They can also receive training to wear mail. Flare. Racial passive. Skinning skill increased by 15 and allows you to skin faster. Auto attack. Automatically attacks the target in melee with an equipped weapon. This ability can be toggled on or off. For Great Justice, increases justice points increased by 10%. That's more for endgame content. Bartering, reduces the gold price of items from vendors by 10%. Honorable mention, increases honor points gained by 10%. That's from PvP. Bountiful bag, sometimes increases the quantity of materials gained from mining, skinning, herbalism, and disenchanting. You can only disenchant if you have the enchanting. Languages. The only language I can speak is common. Other races may have more languages. I know Night Elves and Blood Elves can speak their Darnassian and Thalassian respectively, which are Elven languages. Darkflight. Racial. Instant. Activates your true form, increasing current movement speed by an additional 40% for 10 seconds. Mr. Popularity. Reputation gained from killing monsters and completing quests increased by 10%. Humans also have a passive bonus to that, though I've heard they're removing that with the next expansion. Reinforce. Items take 20% less durability loss when you die. Don't think that's happened yet. Running Wild. Drop to all fours and run as fast as wild animals. So it's basically a version of Mount. Viciousness. Racial passive. Increases critical strike chance by 1%. And you also get a additional critical strike chance from being a skinner. So, weapon skills. Hunters can use the following weapons: melee, axes, daggers, fist weapons, polearms, saves, swords. Range, bows, crossbows, guns. Journeyman riding, male specialization, expert riding. Working overtime increases the chance to gain a skill increase on trade skills by 10%. So, apprentice riding, I will automatically get that when I get to level 20 because I have the running wild. But other classes, you have to actually buy apprentice riding, unless they're going to change that. Okay. Call pet. Call an active pet to your side. The only one I have is my doggy. Revive pet. Revive your pet, returning it to life with 15% of its base health. Your pets can die, but you can bring them back. And those are the only beast mastery abilities. Marksmanship, arcane shot, an instant shot that causes 65% weapon damage plus 5 adds arcane damage. Auto shot, requires ranged weapon, automatically shoots the target until cancelled. Concussive shot, requires ranged weapon, dazes the target, slowing movement speed by 50% for 6 seconds. So, a way to keep them from getting within melee. Steady shot. A steady shot that causes 65% weapon damage plus 3 generates 9 focus. Survival. Parry. Gives a chance to parry enemy melee attacks. And of course my brain goes to Robin Hood Men in Tights. Parry, petty, thrust, good. And Raptor Strike. An attack that instantly deals your normal weapon damage plus 3. So now I can actually do more than auto attack with my melee weapon. There has to be a vendor. I know there's a vendor around here somewhere. Right here.
How
Hi.
about we make a deal?
Okay. Well, I'm not going to drink this, so let's sell it. I don't want to keep that. Yeah. By the time I'm actually able to use mail, I'll have, there'll be mail armor that's better than that anyway. And of course, I'm just naturally selling all the gray and white quality stuff. I'm not going to sell the meat because I can actually use that for cooking. It just, I need to actually learn the recipes. Wait, do I even? Okay. Here are all my professions. So I have cooking and first aid, skinning, and leatherworking, and the other options are archaeology and fishing. So all 4 of these you can learn, but these professions you can only learn in 2. And I forget which expansion, but they eventually roll first aid into tailoring.
Watch your back.
So then the easiest way to level tailoring after that is just to do all the first aid recipes.
Get gabbing or get
Stormglen, it's good to see you made it to Sun. It looks like most everybody did. We're not doing too bad for an emergency evacuation.
That's enough gabbing for me.
Well, what do you know? Just all this time, pest control, and Stormglen's been left mostly intact. It's too bad the Forsaken are still working their way inland, but it'll make a fine place to rest our feet for a night or 2. The other half of town is overrun with spiders, so I've asked the villagers to stay away from there. Perhaps you'd like to lend a hand in clearing the spiders out? I'm certain our injured men and women will sleep more soundly if they know someone's keeping those egg-legged beasts at bay. Kill 6 vile-brood skitterers in Stormglad.
Watch your back.
My sibling, had arachnophobia. But she said the spiders in World of Warcraft didn't bother her. But the spiders in Lord of the Rings Online did. So... But I'm sure there are mods to change the appearance of spiders for people who really don't like the look of spiders. Pieces of the past. I found a journal by a man named Bradshaw. Unfortunately, it's missing many pages, especially towards the end. If we find enough of the pages, I might be able to piece together what happened here after the curse broke out. Who knows? Maybe the people in this town found a way out. Maybe there are still survivors out there. Maybe my father is still alive. Oh, there's, speaking of Lorna and her father, there's a mini-series of comics called The Curse of the Worgen, and it basically provides more backstory for what was going on in Gilneas while the player character was running around as a feral Worgen. But at one point, it starts before the attack on Gilneas, like right at the start. It covers the same period of time, it just covers something else entirely. It doesn't cover what happens in the game itself, because why would it? But at one point, it's when Crowley is doing the last stand at the cathedral with his men, and Gen and Liam are leading the survivors to Duskhaven. And Lorna rushes in and she's like, "What's going on? I heard that you freed my father." And Liam tells her that Darius stayed behind to cover their retreat, basically. 1 second. Or you just want to play with the door? Hi? That's my chair. I was sitting there. So our 9-month-old kitten decided to come visit me. Well, actually, she'll be 10 months old, actually. But anyway, Liam tells Lorna what happened with her father, and naturally Lorna lashed out. She was rightfully upset. But I think part of it is Liam didn't tell her that Darius volunteered to stay behind. She probably assumed that Gen basically ordered Darius to do it, but no, Darius volunteered for the job. So she was naturally upset about it. Yay. I got a text from my twin. She made it home safely. She's finally seen her doggie. She's been away for a week. No, leave that alone. Don't play with that. So, naturally, kitten being a kitten wants to play with everything, including the cord for my headphones. So, yeah. So, this is just Lorna hoping that her father did survive, after all. What are you doing? Do I have to kick you out? Go on my bed. Investigate my purse. You wanted to do that earlier. Okay. Wary Mastiff. Ooh, sparkly. Old journal page. Okay. This is what I'm collecting for Lorna. So yeah, we will be encountering spiders throughout, but they're more cartoonish. Most of the time they're actually really quite big and exaggerated. So, just as a fair warning. Where's my dog? Where did my dog go? Did my dog stay behind? There you are. There we go. So actually, I was doing the Blood Elf starting zone as a Blood Elf Hunter because I love playing a hunter. And the attack that my hunter did with a two-headed sword looked really cool. So I ended up creating a paladin so that I could actually see that attack more often. And then I just really enjoyed playing a paladin. Especially once Miss of Pandaria dropped the next expansion, because Retribution Paladin just felt clunky. I ended up preferring Protection Paladin during Cata, but once Miss of Pandaria came out, just something about how they changed the playstyle for Retribution Paladin, it worked better for me. Patches, do I have to kick you out? Hi. You want attention, is that it? I know, normally I'm done by now. I don't know if her purring is coming through on the mic, but she purrs a lot. Why don't you go bug Shadow? Or curl up? You were sleeping earlier when it was just Mom at home. Okay, come on, you gotta go out. You're distracting me. I love you, baby, but not right now. I know I smell interesting. Okay, she got a chance to bug me a little, so I think she'll be okay with wandering off. Okay. Oh, I still need more spiders to kill. Okay, okay. But I have all the journal pages. Okay. Bug guy. Lovely. Personally, I don't find spiders weird or scary or anything, or like creepy, but I do kind of, I guess after having been um, helping my sibling deal with spiders, I kind of have a bit of a reaction to them. But no, there's other bugs that creep me out more. So you notice up here, there's different dots. The yellow ones are the mastiffs. The red ones are the skitterers. So basically, any creatures, beasts that are neutral or hostile towards me will show up on my minimap as dots.
Make it quick.
Any luck finding those pages?
What is it?
Thank you, Jason. It will take some time, but I'll try to make sense of what we have. Level 10! Do I get anything? Serpent Sting. Ooh. Right. Oh, I can tame a beast now. So I could technically tame... So taming a beast, you need the beast you want to tame needs to be the same level as you or lower. You cannot tame a beast that's a higher level than you are. You've done well, Justana. The spiders are everywhere, however, and I'm afraid we barely put a dent in their numbers.
Good day.
Queen-sized troubles. The spiders keep coming in alarming numbers, Justana. You're going to have to go into their lair and kill the broodmother. We spotted the giant spider known as Rigna at the edge of the Blackwald in an area covered in thick webs. It'll be dangerous, but we're all counting on you. Slice Rigna at Rigna's lair. You'll be able to choose one of these rewards. Rigna silk leggings, they're cloth armor. So they have more intellect than what I'm wearing, but I don't benefit from intellect, I benefit from agility. Arachnophobe's breastplate, chest armor, leather. That's intellect, I don't benefit from intellect, but it is leather, which is what I wear. And then braided gossamer armbands, I don't benefit from strength either, and I can't wear male armor. Anyway.
Keep your chin up, eh?
I never paid attention to the bonuses before now.
Oi.
I seek further training. Beast Lord, dismiss pet, feed pet, kill command, tame beast, and serpent sting.
Let the light of the new moon guide you.
Okay, right, so, I'm trying to remember. I think I had this, I had everything, I vaguely remember how I had my bar set up when I originally played Cata. So I'm just trying to remember where I had everything. So I remember one time I was trying to tame a beast. Oh, right, I think that's what was there. And it was the one that I named PETA because it was a pain in the butt. And I needed my siblings' help because the stupid beast hit like a truck and you needed to get its health down to a certain amount before you could tame it. So my sibling would basically use entanglement on the animal so that I could attack it from a distance without it attacking me in return. And then I finally had its health down far enough that I could tame it, and I hit another ability that dropped all threat, and basically it reset and gained back all its health. So we had to start over again. That was so annoying, and I felt so bad for my sibling because they had to sit there and do all of that all over again. So the different pets come in different, there's 3 different types of pets. There's tenacity, ferocity, and cunning. And tenacity pets are basically your tank pets. I don't think there's any tank pets. Maybe the crocolisk. But if I don't want the doggy, I can tame something else. Wait, where am I going? I am going the right way. Okay. I haven't decided yet. I'm not going to tame a spider. Forsaken hunters start out with spiders. which is slightly annoying. Not great for players who have that arachnophobia.
We need to target something first.
But that's the nice thing about playing a hunter is I don't have to get close. Which was funny because my sibling was the one who preferred to play melee classes, and of course had to be right up on the spiders. But they never really had the problem with the spiders in this game.
Any friend of Greymane is a friend
Great
of
job,
mine.
Jasana. We've heard rumors of survivors further in the mountains. Now we'll be able to send scouts there.
Farewell.
So yeah, at this level, having the wrong stats on your gear isn't going to be that much of an issue.
Make it quick.
The Blackwall. It took a while, but I think I put together what happened here, at least partially. There were survivors of the curse in the south. They joined others in the mountains, in Tempest Reach. Everyone left except the man who kept that journal, Old Man Bradshaw. He noticed that the Worgen attacks had stopped all of a sudden and decided to venture into the Blackwall. There's an abandoned mill just northeast of town. It was where Bradshaw lived. See if you can find any clues there. Investigate the Bradshaw mill just outside Stormglen Village. I could attack this mastiff and skin it, but I'm not gonna. That's just wrong. Bradshaw Mill. Not much of a mill. Wait. Hello. You're not Worgen. You're Night Elf. You're pretty. I like your dress. I don't want your dress, but it's pretty. But honestly, purple and yellow? Those are, I forget what that's called, but they're not supposed to go well together. The Blackwall. I've been expecting you, Jasana. Do not be alarmed. My name is Belisra. I am a priestess of the moon, a night elf. You might not know my people, but the destinies of our two races have been linked since the curse befell you. Great. Losing your tail. I don't have a tail. You must have many questions, Jasana, and they will be answered in time. I know why you're here and what you're looking for. I can't lead you there with the enemy tracking you. One of Sylvanas' scouts has been following your tracks. You can't lead the Forsaken to the place you seek. Take this talisman and walk along the road just north of here. Let the ranger lure you to her trap and use the power of the talisman to break free and counterattack. Use Belisra's talisman to defeat the Dark Scout. Cyril's robes, which is cloth, of course. Hightelling leggings, which is leather, and agility, and hotfoot boots, which is mail.
Goddess Valkyria.
Oop. Hi. Wahaha. You die. Oh, right. Something in my ear giving me goosebumps. Okay, wait. This was here. I forget. I think this was here, actually. I don't remember what was in number 5. I like to set my bars up the way I had them so that it's easy to remember when I'm, regardless of which hunter I'm playing. I would do that in FF14. Once I had a setup for my bars for a job on one character, I would set up the bars the same way for that job on other characters. Tal'Doran, the Wild Home. There are others like you, Justana, and they too were lost and confused. There is a place where you belong. Tal'Doran, the Wild Home, was once home to an order of druids who took the shape of wolves. It is there that you will find the answers you seek. It's also there that you will find someone who can offer guidance, an old friend. Speak to Darius Crowley at Tal'Doran in the heart of the Blackworld. Darius, he is alive! He did survive! Lorna was so right too. Hope. Ow. There is an actual path that we can follow instead of just dropping down. I'm really bad at not following the roads. Oops. Okay. There we go. Stupid branch put that there. Tal'Doran. Food vendor. Benjamin Sykes.
No time for dallying.
I would buy from you. Yeah. Ooh, don't want to sell that. Oh, I need to switch that out. Okay.
Remember that the beast in the shadows might be your salvation. Hail, traveler.
There we go.
Farewell.
Feral Watcher, Feral Worgen, Feral Worgen, Feral Worgen.
Our curse grants us strength.
What's your story?
Greymane will lead us to victory.
They're wearing different kinds of armor.
I can smell
Interesting.
your fear.
Can smell your fear.
No time for dallying.
You have my undivided attention.
We do what we must.
Have to salute
We will prevail.
Tal'Doran, the Wild Home. You're all right, Justana. I've been waiting for this day for a long time. It truly is great to see you, friend. I've heard of what you've done, and I'm thankful, especially for Lorna. She's all I've left. I will send for her right away.
We do what we must.
So that suggests that his wife is gone and he doesn't have any other kids. And his lands were cut off by the wall. At our doorstep, the Night Elves have taught us much during this time, Justana. They have taught us who we are and where we come from. Thanks to them, thanks to this place, we're no longer mere beasts. We have regained free will. The Forsaken aren't here for our land alone. They're looking for something we possess, an artifact capable of uncontrollably spreading the curse to all humanity. We cannot let them find it. Sylvanas' banshees have come very close. Help my trackers take them out. Oh, another quest. How did I walk through a fire? There's no fire to walk through. So, Lyros Swiftwind, Tal'Ran of the Wild, the Sandra Stormcloud. I love her name. And she's pretty too. Preparations. What you know as a curse began as a heresy among our brethren. Faced with a losing battle against demonic forces, the druids of the pack eschewed the balance they were sworn to and allowed the beast to overtake them. They were banished into the Emerald Dream, where they live in eternal slumber under a tree identical to this one, but not before their curse spread to others. Today our ceremony will restore balance to your people. Bring me the leaf that grows only in Tal'Doran's vicinity. Bring 6 moonleaves to Vissandra. That is fun. That particular quest is fun as an herbalist. Why do I keep... What is going on? Why do I keep randomly taking fire damage when there's no frickin' fire? But yeah, the quest for the Moonleaf is fun as an herbalist because one of the herbs that you can pick, not peaceful, looks very similar to the Moonleaf. And it shows up as a yellow dot on your map when you're on that quest. So I had the yellow dot for the fox, but I also have a yellow dot for those. Oh, I don't have the yellow dots because I don't have herbalism, but they sparkle. But silverleaf, an herb you can pick, looks a lot like this. I can't remember if it's smaller. One of them is smaller than the other, but I can't remember which. But yeah, the only difference between the two is one is smaller than the other. See, the banshees aren't a problem for a hunter because they keep their distance anyway. They just cast shadow bolts at me, which won't do much damage because will not do as much damage as I'd like because I'm resistant to harmful nature and shadow spells. Okay, and no more of them will sparkle for me. Nope, that's not going to do me any good. Okay. But the banshees aren't showing up on my mini-map because they are not beasts. They are undead, I believe. And you can learn to track all kinds of critters as a hunter. You just have to train. But yeah, you notice the fox not attacking me, just doing its own thing. It will only attack me if I attack it. And my experience bar is purple now instead of blue, which means I ran out of basically rested state for logging out in an inn. Yes, I am going the correct way. You're as good as I remember, Jasona. It's good to have you back. Take back what's ours. Ever since the Forsaken invaded Gilneas. Darius, the Dark Rangers have the site. They got to it before we were able to reach it. Get our men into position immediately, Tobias. We cannot let the site fall into the hands of the Forsaken. It will be done. Tobias Mistmantle. That's one of the guys that, he was with Darius when we talked to him in the prison, and then again when we were making our last stand at the cathedral. And if the cinematic that we saw after that is to be believed, it's likely we're the one who attacked Tobias and infected him basically with the Worgen curse. That's my assumption from the cinematic. Okay, ever since the Forsaken invaded Gilneas, we've tried to keep the location of the site of the balloon secret. We moved We moved it at night to one of many safe locations. The Dark Rangers got close but never found it, until now. They were last spotted at the wood's end capped west of here. Blow this horn when you find them, and Tobias and his trackers will engage the Dark Rangers. Only then it will be safe for you to venture inside the cabin and take back the site. Hurry, Jasana, it must not reach Sylvanas. Blow the horn of Taldoran at the wood's end cabin and retrieve the mysterious artifact inside. I didn't understand what I was supposed to be doing for that one for a while at first. You've returned, Jasana. These simple leaves grow by Elun's grace. They will help your mind understand the need for balance, and your soul will permanently earn mastery over the beast. Level 11! And that happened again. I don't know why that's happening. Maybe it's one of the bugs. Okay, so we're going to Sui. Down, down, down. So I thought when I got to the cabin that I was supposed to join in the attack. I didn't know I was supposed to let the others keep the Dark Ranger's attention and just slip inside, grab the item, and then slip back out. Eventually I figured it out, but it took a while for me to figure out what I was supposed to do. There's Tobias. Keep them occupied, my brothers. Allow Jasana to retrieve the scythe. Okay. There we go. Serious artifact. Okay. And we're gone. Fall back, retreat into the woods. I don't care. I'm ignoring you. So there's also heirlooms you can buy to that will be better, that will upgrade as you level. So they'd be the best in slot regardless of your level until you get to the max level for the heirlooms. And it used to be you had to send them to the various characters so they could use them, but I forget exactly which expansion it was. They set it up so you could just create the heirlooms for that character, and they were available regardless. It was for exactly, I'm not doing a good job of explaining, but that's how it worked. I think she's back. Yes, you are. Hi. You really want to be in here with me, huh? Don't attack that. That is not a toy. No. What? Is no one paying attention to you? Is that it? Is that the problem? What about your playmate? Where's Shadow? Why isn't he playing with you? Or is he sleeping? Get out of there. Stay out of my trash. No. Okay.
We
Right.
do what we must. We will prevail.
You have the scythe just on it, mysterious artifact. Not even a tooltip, okay.
We do what we must.
What are you doing? Come here. I knew we could count on you. You've done well, Justana. Neither human nor beast. It is time, Justana. This alchemy that has kept the beast inside you at bay will not last for long. The first cursed Worgen were night elf druids like our new allies. They, however, abandoned the bonds that the rest of their kind embraced and allowed the beast to take over their minds. It is only fitting that their brethren be the ones that deliver us from the curse. Go, Hunter. Drink from the waters of Tal'Doran and make peace with yourself. Drink from the well of tranquility, the well of balance, and the well of fury. Just as Goldrin's spirit once blessed our druids, let Justana be blessed with the wisdom of his race and the ferocity of the wolf god. Let the scythe unbind that which was not meant to be bound. Let the soul master the beast, lest the beast master the soul. Just as Daral soothes the cursed druids who gave in to the beast and abandoned balance, let Tal'Doran soothe Justana.
We do what we must.
Staff of earned tranquility, cry of the wolf, hammer of controlled fury, sharp edge of balance. Gee, I wonder which one I'm gonna pick. It's done, Justana. You are one of us now.
We will prevail.
Father!
Lorna!
Crowley, you and your elven allies are hereby ordered to serve along the king's army. Cursed or not, you are still bound by your Worgen
Goodness, don't speak to you again. You come to our dwelling as a friend. You come as a tyrant.
No.
What? What?
Impossible.
Again. It is not law that binds us. It is something far stronger. My men are ready to give their lives under your command.
It is decided then. We will unite all Gilneans and drive the Forsaken from our lands.
There we go, 2 forms. I was trying to figure out where it was. I'm human again! Human again, human again. So, here is a frickin' human dance. Wait, I thought it was the Macarena. Maybe they changed it. Anyway,
We do what we must.
return to Stormglade. It'll be a long time before our nation comes together again. The old political divisions pale in comparison to what divides us now. Yet if there was ever a time for us to come together and unite against a common enemy, it is now. And it is you, Justana, who have proven able to bridge the gap between our people. Return to Stormglade and tell them it is safe to go through the Black Vault on their way to Tempest Reach. We will take care of any Forsaken who follow them. Speak to Gwen Armstead in Stormglade. Okay. Trying to remember where the path was. Yeah, I originally entered the Black Vault by sliding down that embankment. So I couldn't figure out how to get out of the Black Vault and return to Stormglade. It took a while for me to find this path. This just goes to show if you don't follow the road, you get lost. Earthroot. So even though I'm not doing herbalism or mining, I'm still spotting the resources for them. I don't know why. Okay, Patches has settled down. She's perched. Hey, who killed the dog? She's perched on my windowsill. She's small enough that she still fits. She doesn't overflow it like the other two. Hello, Hunter. Ready for some training? Yes, I am, but you don't have anything to teach me. Okay.
Open for business.
Yeah, let's put all the cooking ingredients in the bank.
No tip.
Oh, I can also, not that you can see, oh, I can, wait a minute, I'm going to put this here, this here, this here, and this down here. Oh, I need to pick up fishing. We're going to do that. Right, leatherworking. Light leather. Awesome.
I offer service with a smile.
And I'm sure you have a very nice smile. Okay, you go over there.
Spread the good word, eh?
Hey. Druid trainer, that's where you are. So the mage trainer is over there. Warrior trainer, hi Gwen. And hunter trainer and rogue trainer over here. Druid trainer is over here. On this side of the building. Is priest trainer over here? Surprised she's not over here. She'd have to be somewhere nearby, because obviously priests would need training as well. Maybe in this other building? Warlock trainer. That's where he's in here. Where's the priest trainer? I have created a Worgen priest. I think I've done all the classes as a Worgen. I don't remember where the trainer is. It's not a problem, actually, because I forget which expansion, but you automatically learn your new abilities. You don't have to pay to learn them. Ah, fishing trainer. I need to talk to you anyway. Yo.
Good day to you.
To be honest, I do know fishing in general is a pain in the butt for me, regardless of what game it is. It's the most tedious profession for me. But it would feel weird to not do, to not have fishing as an option. Oh, you're coming back. Okay. So weird. Oh, another player. With sheep. It's weird to see players without their names above their heads. Okay. Alright. Oh, need to sell stuff. Oh, there's stairs. Is she up here? Yes, she is. Hi!
Get gabbing or get
Okay.
going.
It was really bugging me that I couldn't find her. I found her. I'm okay now. Oh, what do you have to say? You have nothing to say. That's a pain. I wanted to have something to say. Okay. Sell that. Sell that.
Cheerio.
What's your story?
Return to Stormwood. King Greymane gave me a brief rundown of the plan before he set off for the Blackwall. Doesn't make it sound any less crazy.
Watch your back.
I will do onwards and upwards. I will do as Darius asked and have our people move through the Black Wall. You ought to catch up with King Greymane. He and Krenin went into Tempest Reach after Lord Godfrey confirmed survivors had made their dwelling there. Follow the road out of Stormglen into the mountains. Ask Krenin to wait for you at the bridge before Tempest Reach. Find Krenin Uranus on the road to Tempest Reach. He's the guy that you rescued. And I lost my horse. First time it happened to me. And he's also the one who created the alchemy that gave you your humanity, that made you less feral, basically. It was a stopgap. So if you do this, then you automatically become Worgen again. The other player is a druid, so that's why he's wearing similar gear to me. Because he's wearing leather gear. But he will never be able to train to wear mail armor. The best armor he can wear is leather. No. I refuse to fight you. I don't want to deal with you. Go away. I'm ignoring you. And I won. Because yeah, hostile mobs like that, they can only go so far away from their starting point before they basically reset and run back. So as long as you can outrun them until they get to that point, you're fine. This is so gloomy. Well, just on it again. They've taken Gen. They've taken our king.
Well met.
Betrayal at Tempest Reach. King Greymane has been taken prisoner by Lord Godfrey in Tempest Reach. He managed to convince 2 of the Eastern Lords to go with his plan. The fool seems to think he can strike a deal with the Forsaken by turning Greymane over to them. Listen carefully, Justana. We need to resolve this with as little bloodshed as possible. This potion will allow you to sneak in undetected. We need you to assassinate the traitor's lords before this gets out of hand. Drink Krenin's potion of stealth in Tempest Reach and assassinate Baron Ashbury and Lord Walden. Yeah, because that's gonna go well. So this is strength. So it's best for warriors. And the boots are stamina, so it's going to be boots. And we get a top hat. It's more cosmetic than anything else. Okay. Right. I find it easier to have it on my action bars, so I can use a key button to activate it. Oh, I'm gonna have to dismiss my pet. There is a way to do that. I don't normally have to worry about it. There we go. Dismiss pet. It is gonna make the assassination part a little harder. Oh, I can't remember if well, let's wait and use the potion and see if it makes my pet invisible too. So we're in Gilneas. So now I can use it. Oh, it dismisses my pet for me anyway. So this is, rogues can stealth, so this is what it looks like for Worgen rogues when they stealth. So I prefer to go over here first. So the icon above the dog means it can detect me. I think it can sniff me out. As long as I keep my distance from it, it shouldn't discover me. Shouldn't give me away. There we go. This is one of the times you have to be strategic. Okay. Da, 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 da. There's quests you do in another zone that's actually really hilarious to do as a Draenei, because it's basically the same principle. You're sneaking around, but Draenei have hooves, which makes sneaking around rather interesting. And so there's a reason that Draenei cannot be rogues. They have hooves that go clippity clap. So it'll be the point.
Can't cast that yet. I don't
There
have
we
a
go.
target.
Cannot nuke him. Okay. One of the disadvantages of not having my pet. Okay. I remember I've come through here before and there was already a dead body of Baron Ashbury, as well as a live version of him doing his patrol. But by waiting and killing him where I did, it avoids aggroing the guards. So we're gonna go this way. Hi, sheepies. Ba-ba-bas. So I don't think I'm going to finish the zone before the end of stream. There's still quite a bit to do. Now I can summon him. Okay, alright. Okay. It'll be easier to turn in the quest if I'm stealthed. I think I'd gotta poke around in here a bit while I can. I mean, I could later, but I'm curious. Okay, not what I was looking for. Alright. As long as I don't go near the watchman, I'm good. Okay, this way. Alright. But I hope, I called Godfrey, a butthole, last stream, and I hope people understand my opinion of him by now. I mean, yeah. Let's go this way. I wish it could have been avoided, just on. Let's ensure this is resolved without further bloodshed.
Will rise again.
It's over, Godfrey. You have no support left among the Eastern Lords.
I'd sooner die than have one of your kind for a king. Never forget. Never surrender.
So, yeah. He unalived himself, rather than have a Worgen for a king. So now, I can go poke around in here. Not much to see, though. Huh, okay. Alright. He's back. Blank the Forsaken. I thank you, Justana. We can't rest on our laurels, however. We found out about a mining town currently under Forsaken occupation. We sent some of my men, along with Crowley's daughter, to the nearby livery stables to begin operations there. Liam should be joining them shortly. We'll stay here and organize the final push for Gilneas City. Speak to Lord Hewald to secure a horse to get you there. Speak to Lord Hewald to obtain a ride to the livery outpost and report to Lorna Crowley.
What now?
That's usually what I do when I see him. I refrain from doing that before. So it's a different emote depending on whether you're, excuse me, human or Worgen.
Glory
to Gilnev.
It's not the time to turn against one another, Justana. I need a horse.
Farewell.
So, this horse and the one I was riding in Crowley's Orchard, these are the two kinds of horses you can buy as mounts as a Gilnean. Obviously, anyone can actually buy them, but I think you have to have a certain reputation with the other factions to buy their mounts. But obviously, if you're a Gilnean, you can buy these mounts already. Humans get horses with wearing saddles and bridles. Night elves get big cats. Dwarves get goats. Oh, and dwarven hunting pets are bears. Gnomes have mechanostriders, which are basically mechanical ostriches. It's basically, I think, the inspiration for them. Draenei get elix, or elephants. Blood elves have hawkstriders, which are basically in kind of a cross between an emu and an ostrich. Orcs have wargs, so it's basically wolf mounts. Trolls have raptors. Tauren have kodos. Goblins have trikes, basically. It's like, it's a bit like, motorcycles, but they have 3 wheels instead of 2. Trying to remember if I'm missing any. Oh, and Forsaken have skeletal horses.
What is it?
I'm glad to have you here, Justana. We're surrounded by Forsaken on all sides and can use all the help we can get.
Let's make it quick.
Liberation Day. We recently found out that the villagers at Emberstone survived most of the ravages of the curse. Unfortunately, their village wasn't as fortunate when it came to the Forsaken invasion. The Forsaken have taken the villagers prisoner and are forcing them to work the nearby mine as slaves. Free 5 enslaved villagers inside the Emberstone mine. Marcus.
What can I do for you?
Slaves to no one. I was one of the few that escaped Justana. When the Forsaken took over our town and our mine, they treated us with utmost cruelty. Those of us who were weak and could not endure hard labor were worked to death by the abomination known as Brothrog. Hey, come back here.
Ain't you a shipper-looking one?
My wife was among his victims, Hunter, and I swore that one day her death would be avenged. I am too frail now, but you can deliver justice for my wife, for Gilneas, slave Brothrog the slave driver inside Emberstone mine.
Long live Greymane.
Magda Whitehall.
Ain't you a chipper-looking one?
Last meal. I'm not dumb, Justana. I know what's ahead of us. Our people are going to go through those gates and fight against an enemy that is better trained, has more numbers, and better weapons than us. Even if we succeed, it'll be at great cost. For most of us, today's meal will be the last. I cannot fight, but I sure can cook. Bring me meat from the stags that roam this area, and I will ensure that the last meal these folks get will be their best. Okay. Oh, I don't have my my dog back yet. I need my doggy. Okay. So the only ones that actually have the text above their heads are the stags. So they're the only ones that will actually drop the meat that we need. So 3. Okay. So it's not guaranteed that he'll drop 3 each time. But I think up to 3. So that's 1. I can remove that from my action bars now. So I need 4 more. 9, 7. There we go. That's done. What's my staying at? 31. Okay, I'm good. So, this also tells you the max level you can get for skinning and or leatherworking. So I can go up to 90 skinning before I absolutely have to train. Most of the time you have to, your max level is 75. Okay, it's over here. Okay, so I am actually going to go ahead and stop here.
What can I do
After
for
I
you?
turn this in.
Watch your back.
I thank you, Justana. Our men and women will have a good last meal before they set off for battle. You will receive, yeah, all of that.
Good day.
Okay, so I'm actually going to use my Hearthstone. Oh, good, I did set it for Storm Gun, so that I can get the rested state back. So next week we'll probably finish the Worgen starting zone. There's that other guy.
Fine Gilnean merchandise here.
Oh, I could put the hat on if I want. I need to switch out gear. So
Buying and selling is in the blood.
I think I turned off options. Social. No, that. Display. There we go. Show helm. So yeah, that's what helms look like. Yeah, it looks kind of silly on Worgen. I'm going to keep it on,
No tip.
just because why not?
I have what you seek.
Okay, that goes in there, that goes in there. Keep
Cheers,
goes.
mate.
Okay. And you can tell when you're somewhere where you can rest the state, because here you can see my my level, but I go in here and suddenly I have Z's in place of my level, and also there's the pulsing thing. And plus, when I log out, I don't have to wait to log out. So yeah, so that's it for this week. My plan is to continue streaming this on Wednesdays. I may work on my other characters in between streams. I haven't decided yet. But thank you for everyone who joined me for this, and if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I will be back on Sunday. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to stream. I asked my brother, and he was like, "Do this one." I would do this one because it's free, and I'm like, but it's gonna take longer. So we'll see. It'll be a surprise for everyone on Sunday, and then next Wednesday we will be back in Cata. So take care, and hope you all have a great day, week, whatever. Bye.